Hello guys, and welcome to another installment of A Computers and Technology. Today we're going to be taking a look at this ORICO Home Power Center model HPC-8A5U. This is an 8-socket surge protector with built-in USB charging, and this can be bought off Amazon for 30 bucks. The link will be in the description. Now, I was particularly interested in this product because it does have built-in USB charging, as I just said, and my current USB charger is complete garbage. I really want to replace that thing. It cuts out all the time. It can't charge more than 2 devices, and it's just really annoying to use. I want to get rid of it as soon as possible. Also, built-in USB charging means that you gain another socket because you don't have to plug in a dedicated charger to the power strip. So today's video is probably going to be a pretty short one. I don't feel like there's too much here content-wise. First off, I'm going to take this thing out of the box and I will tell you guys my first impressions. Then I will walk you guys around the product. We'll take a look at some of the features on this power strip. I do want to try to take this thing apart and check out what's inside this thing. We'll run some tests on the USB section of the power strip, and then I'm going to call it a day. So let's go ahead and take this thing out of the box. Okay, so let's pull this thing out of here. Hopefully it arrived in one piece because the box has sustained some trauma. As you can see on the side here, it's like all beat up. So I'm just going to pull it out of this white sleeve. There we go. And where does this open? Opens on the side like so. And here is the power strip. It looks like the power cord is actually housed right under this little cardboard cutout. Oh, that's nice. They didn't use a plastic tie. They actually used a Velcro strap. So that's something that you can reuse. I could always use cable ties. And then, of course, we have our user manual right here, which we probably won't need, and a warranty card right here. So I'm going to move all this stuff off to the side, and we'll take a closer look at the power strip. Pull out this plastic, and first impressions aren't too bad. It is fully composed of plastic, but you know what, can you guys hear that on mic? It sounds like there's something like rattling around inside the power strip. Here, I'm gonna quiet down for a second and shake it around. That's really interesting. I'm kind of concerned. You know, I do see screws right here, so it does look like we will be able to open this thing up. And gosh, I kind of just want to open it up right now and see what's rattling around inside, but I do have to take you guys around this thing first, so we will do that in just a second. You know what? I refuse to go any further with this review until I figure out what is rattling around inside here, so we're going to tear this down right now. As you can see, I was not able to completely open up the back of this power strip. There are 2 plastic clips back here that are preventing me from doing so, but I did find the root of the problem. I slightly opened up the plastic panel on the back. I just lifted it up a little bit and shook out this piece of solder, which was just jiggling around inside the case. And that brings me to something else. I have to say this now because in the last ORICO review, I said I was going to talk about their quality control if they got something wrong again, and now I have to talk about their quality control. Now, granted, this could have happened in shipping. We did see that the box was a little dinged up, so this might have happened in shipping, but half of the products that they have sent over have arrived with some sort of defect, and I have had to request another one, and that's really annoying. I mean, they've been really nice about sending over new products, but it's just wasting my time. It's wasting the consumer's time, and I really wish they would stop dropping the ball with quality control. And you know, if something does go wrong like this, they will try to work it out with you. Their customer service is pretty good. I've read a lot of good Amazon reviews about their customer service, and I've worked with them for a while, and I've been very happy with the way they have treated me. But this stuff shouldn't happen in the first place. It's just, once again, it's just a waste of time. So we're going to flick this piece of solder off, and I'm going to put this thing back together and continue with the review. The entire outer casing of this power strip is composed of ABS plastic. Overall, it feels pretty sturdy and it looks good. Now, the sockets themselves are composed of a slightly stronger plastic. This has a 5-foot power cable attached. As you can see, this little Velcro strap right here is actually permanently attached to the power cable, which is a good thing and a bad thing. It's a good thing because you're not going to lose it, but it's a bad thing because you can't take it off and use it for other things. You can see our 5 USB charging ports right here. 3 of them are capable of outputting up to 1 amp at 5 volts, and the other 2 are capable of outputting 2.4 4 amps at 5 volts, and of course I will test that out in just a minute. We have a nice clunky power switch right here. On the back there's nothing much here. It does have rubber feet, which is a nice touch, but unfortunately it doesn't have any mounting holes, so you can't put screws in the wall and mount this to a wall. Now the surge rating for this is 1700 joules, but the overall power rating is only 1250 watts, which is a bit low for an 8-socket power strip like this, in my opinion. That's a space heater and a laptop at best. Just for comparison, I have a Belkin surge protector under my desk that I paid like $10 for, and the overall power rating for that is 1800 watts, so this is definitely on the lower side, and that's kind of disappointing considering that this is 30 bucks. I'm really hoping that since the power rating is so low that this is actually some sort of breaker and not just a hard on and off switch. If it's not a breaker, that's going to really suck, because the everyday consumer doesn't really take the power rating into account. They'll just plug in whatever they want, and the minute they plug a space heater into this is just going to pop if this is not a breaker. So really hoping that this is actually a breaker, and we will test that out. I will put this under a heavy load and see if that goes off. The USB section of this power strip is actually executed very well. I had no problem drawing a total of 40 watts from it. All of the ports provided their advertised output. It never got very hot, and the ports themselves felt pretty sturdy. So I'm gonna throw a scenario at you guys. It's cold out, I'm an everyday consumer, I have a space heater plugged into this power strip along with my monitor and desktop. That's what a 65-watt light bulb and 90-watt light bulb are plugged into this thing to simulate. What happens when we go over its rated output? Let's see. Hopefully there is a breaker on this thing. I'm really hoping that that power switch is actually a breaker as well, or else this thing might just burst into flames. So let's do it. I got my watt meter over here. We are drawing 1500 watts right now. We're about 5 minutes into this, and this thing is getting concerningly hot. Currently, the outer casing is sitting at 65 degrees Celsius, which is almost 150 degrees Fahrenheit. So, kind of concerned about this. Not sure how much longer I want to leave this running. Nothing has gone pop, but also, if the rating really is 1250 watts, a breaker should have gone off by now. Oh! I think she's toast. Oh, there's smoke coming out of it. Oh, no, we did it. We did it. Oh, there's no built-in breaker. What? That is so stupid. That is so... Oh, that's a horrible design. You gotta be kidding me. Well, I should probably turn power off to it right now. Oh, man. Whew. It is... Oh, God, it just smells like burning plastic now. There you go, guys. That's why I want to do that test, because that should not happen. I can't recommend this, guys. I mean, there's no built-in breaker, obviously, and I'm not even sure if there's a built-in fuse, because if there was a built-in fuse, it wouldn't have gone up in smoke like that. I am going to rip this thing apart right after this video, so stay tuned for that, because, you know, I got nothing to lose now. It's completely worthless, so... That's a really poor design, not very environmentally friendly either, because now I just have to really throw this away. The minute you cook this, there's nothing you can do. You gotta toss it out. Gosh, that's really disappointing. I was really looking forward to checking out a solution like this, but this is poorly done and honestly not really safe for the everyday consumer. I'm not going to go any further with this review because there's no point. I cannot recommend this product. Do not buy this product. Spend your $30 somewhere else. That's going to be about it for this review. You know, that piece of solder didn't cause this. I went on Amazon, I checked out the reviews, and a lot of them said they had the same problem with this thing. I didn't believe it, so I wanted to test it out myself. And as you can see, yeah, no built-in protection. Really disappointing. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, you can go ahead and post a comment in the comment section. Don't forget to drop a like on this video. If you didn't like this video, please tell me why. And of course, please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you want to support me, you can use my Amazon or eBay affiliate links. You can also support me by checking out my Patreon. All those links will be in the description. And of course, don't forget to drop a like on the Facebook page. With all that out of the way, let's rip this thing open and see what went wrong. Okay, so it's actually not as bad as I expected it to be in here. I expected to find a ton of melted plastic, but there's not really that much melted plastic. Now the surge suppression board right here is just toast, and let me see if I can get that thing out. There are some screws down in here. I don't know if I'll be able to repair this thing. I actually might be able to fix this, maybe. Okay, so I did manage to get the panel off without damaging it. The first time I just wasn't using enough force, and I feel a little bit better about things because it appears that it is fused on the input side of things. I'll put up an HD image. I might be wrong, but I believe these are fuses. And that is not for the everyday consumer, but for someone like me who has a soldering iron and some parts laying around. I mean, that is repairable. Do I want to go to the effort to repair this? Probably, because it was, you know, 30 bucks. I mean, they shipped it over to me for free, but if, you know, I actually bought this with my own money, I would probably put in the effort to get this back up and running. You know, if I wouldn't get this back up and running, I would at least salvage this case, because this might make a cool project case, and I'd also pull the USB charging part out, because this still works, so you can yank that out and do something with that. But yeah, but I'm still really disappointed that they did not use a breaker. This is just a hard power on and off switch, so that is incredibly disappointing. It's not really ideal for the longevity of a product like this. Once again, the everyday consumer is just going to take this and throw this out, and I would highly recommend you spend your money elsewhere. Spend it on a power strip that actually has a built-in breaker, so when you accidentally go over the limit, it doesn't toast itself like this.